Today, we talk about the numbers you need to know when you're buying a residential rental property. Here we go. A residential rental property is a property that's 1 to 4 units. So that can be a single family dwelling, like the house that you live in, or it can be a duplex, triplex, quadruplex, up to 4 units. That is a residential real estate property. On the flip side of that, you have commercial property. So that would be anything over 4 units. So that would be 5 units and above, obviously. Hotels, retail space, warehouses, those have a different set of numbers. A commercial property will have a separate set of numbers that you need to analyze. So for today, we're going to talk about the 5 numbers you should really pay attention to when you're buying a residential rental property. Number 1, purchase price. So obviously that's a given. You need to look at what you would purchase the property for. Now, you have to have a set of standards when you're buying a residential rental property. And your standards may be different depending upon what type of property that you're buying. If you're buying a single family unit, you may have a higher purchase price threshold that fits your budget and your needs. If you're buying a duplex, a triplex, a quadruplex, you may have a separate set of numbers that fit your criteria and fit your needs. So if I'm buying a small multi-family unit, a duplex, triplex, or a quadruplex, I'm going to put a cap or a threshold on how much I want to spend per door. So if I'm buying a duplex, you have 2 doors, I'm going to spend X amount of dollars per door. If I have a triplex, quadruplex, X amount of dollars per door. So keep that number in mind. So number 2, know your rental income. How much do you want to make on your rental unit? You have to have a standard for that as well. A good rule of thumb is that you want to make at least 1% of what your purchase price is. So if you buy a rental unit for $100,000, you want to make at least $1,000 per month in rental income. Now, that will not be your cash flow, which we'll talk about in a second, but you want to have a set of standards for how much you want to make per unit. You want to have a standard for a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom. You want to have a standard for each one. Do you want to charge $700 for a 1-bedroom? $900 for a 1-bedroom? Do you want to charge $1,100 for a 2-bedroom? $1,300 for a 3-bedroom? You need to have those in place. And obviously, like any time in real estate, location matters, because you can charge $900 for a 1-bedroom in one location, but you can't charge $900 for a 1-bedroom in a different location. Number 3, cash flow. How much do you want to make per month in cash flow? So your cash flow is going to be determined by what your monthly rent is minus all your expenses. My threshold is I need to make at least $250 per door in monthly cash flow. If I own a single family unit, I want to make $250 per month. If I own a duplex, I want to make $250 per door or $500 per month. Triplex, $250 or $750 or $750 total. A quadruplex, I want to make $1,000 per month total. So have that number in mind. You have to be very strategic, and you have to have a set of standards that you follow when you own rental properties or you're looking to get into purchasing a rental unit. So number 4, cap rate. Cap rate is your net operating income. So all of your taxes, insurance, and expenses, whatever that comes out to per year, divide that by the fair market value. So if you have a property that is worth $100,000 and your net operating income is $7,000, you take the $7,000, divide that by $100,000, and you get a cap rate of 7%. Now, that's important to know because you can determine what you want to offer on a property based off of what cap rate you want to get. So the higher your cap rate, the lower your purchase price. So taking our example, if we have a net operating income of $7,000 per year, if you want an 8% cap rate, you take 7,000, you divide that by 0.08, and you get a price of $87,500. So if you want to get an 8% cap rate and you know the property's net operating income is $7,000, you put an offer in at $87,500. So knowing your cap rate is important to put offers in and to evaluate properties fairly quickly. Number 5, cash on cash return. Cash on cash return is how much money I want to make on the cash I invested in that property. If I buy a $200,000 duplex and I put 20% down, 20% of $200,000 is $40,000. So I have $40,000 of my money invested in the property. Of that $40,000, how much do I want to make on an annual basis? So if I have a rule of thumb in mind, I want to make at least a 10% return, or I want to make a 15% or a 20% return. What I want to determine is the rents that I'm charging and the cash flow that I will receive from those rents, if that will support a cash on cash return. I buy a house for $200,000, I put $40,000 into it. If both of my units, so in this case, I have a duplex, I have 2 units, each unit is being rented out for $1,000. I'm making $24,000 per year, and once I subtract my expenses, let's say my yearly expenses for my mortgage, my taxes, my insurance, my vacancy, and my capital expenditures come out to be about $1,400 a month. $2,000 minus $1,400 is $600. 600 times 12 is $7,200. So that's $7,200 per year in cash flow, okay? So if you take the $40,000 that I invested and you divide the $7,200 per year that I receive in cash flow, that's an 18% return on the cash that I invested. So that's a great return. If you can get 18% on the money you invest, I think you're doing something right. So knowing your cash on cash return is a crucial step in determining if a property makes sense for you to purchase. Hope today's episode helps you out. If it did, and if you like it, subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, tell somebody you know, you like, or you hate about this channel. And with that, we are out.